Howdy y'all, this is Twitchonium here, coming at you with another quick draft for Phyrexia All Will Be One. Crimson Vow has rotated out and we are back on Phyrexia once again. Let's go ahead and hop in and see what we open today. Alright, well, pretty unexciting rare, sadly, here. Yeah, it's colorless, but an 0-4 that has marginal upside seems not great. Good cards in the pack, though. The Skywarden is solid, just as a nice top end for the red decks. Same with the Battle Chair for green. Eye of Malcator is solid in the blue artifact decks, but you need to be able to trigger it a fair amount. Anoint with Affliction, one of the better removal spells, and then Rat is just a solid 2-drop in black. I think here I'm either on Anoint with Affliction or maybe Battle Chair. +4/+4 and Trample is a big equipment to be able to move around in the late game. And I think I like green better than black, but Anoint is one of the better black removal spells. That's tough. I think we are going to take the cheaper spell. Alright, so following that up, we have an oil synergy piece here, non-creature synergy piece here. The Scrap Gorger would have been a nice follow-up to the Battle Chair, just as a nice little mana dork that can eventually become a relevant attacker. Red, we have a nice Chimney Rebel as well. There's that Rat I mentioned for the solid black 2-drops. I just don't know if I really want to take Rat over something much stronger like a Scrap Gorger or an Anointer or something. I think the card I'm highest on in this pack is Gorger. It just will work in any green deck, whereas these are a little more niche in the decks that want to have them. So we'll take a Scrap Gorger here. If we do end up in black, I'm really going to want to wheel some of these Rats, though. Alright, and we can follow that up with a Contagious Vorak. One of the best green commons, just a nice 3/3 body that'll draw you a card or help you proliferate. Necrogen Communion is not really a card I like very much. It just has so many potential blowout, ways where if you go to enchant something, they kill your creature or bounce it or whatever, and yeah, it just easy to get 2 for 1 with the aura like that. Keeping an eye out for other things. There's the second Eye of Malcator we're seeing. There's still some solid red options. So if we do end up getting pushed off of one of our colors, red might not be a bad shout. Right, and here we have a card I was much higher on initially, just being able to get the repeatable oil counters, but in this format you really want to have the body stick around, and just having to recast this over and over didn't end up playing as well as I thought it might. We could just take an Unnatural Restoration, just a nice way to get something good of ours back from the graveyard. Copper Longlegs is fine. This Offer Immortality is a decent combat trick. Grimnark's fine as a top end in black, but none of those are exciting. We'll just take the restoration here. And now I don't think we really have much poison going on. Yeah. Anoint wants us to corrupt our opponent, but it's still fine if we don't. I think here the strongest card in the pack is probably Chimney Rabble. Maybe Hazardous Blast. We could take the Titanic Growth just to stay on color. But I don't think I want to take a Hive Master that highly, because it doesn't look like we're necessarily going to be in the poison counter strategy. And we have, this was our first pick, so we may not actually even be in black. I'm kind of tempted just to take the Chimney Rabble here. Maybe we can end up in a red-green deck. Yeah, may as well just take the strongest card there. Okay, so now we have... This is interesting. We could take the Oil Gorger Troll as a nice top-end piece if we have enough oil synergies, which so far I think we have 2. 1... Oh no, I guess just 1. But we can pick some more up, potentially. I think we are most likely to be on green from what we've started with, although that's not necessarily set in stone yet. Gleeful Demolition, if you get enough... I mean, it's good in general. There's enough artifacts running around the set that it's usually going to find a good target, but if you end up in like an equipment deck or something and you have an equipment just sitting there, like a Shield Warden's Helm or whatever that O2 thing is, you can just blow that up and make yourself some nice blockers or, go wide with your board. I kind of do like the Demolition. But I feel like since we're not guaranteed to be in red yet, I think I like the Troll better. If we wanted to stick with black, we would probably take the Testament Bearer. I'm not a huge fan of Vraska's Fall, but we'll take the Troll here. And now we get another Chimney Rabble. Pretty happy with that. Skull Bomb's alright. Nothing else here. Like, Glistener Seer's fine in like a slow blue deck where you just want to block them out of the early game and then take over the late game. But yeah, we'll snag another Chimney Rabble. Okay, this one's interesting. Not a fan of the Aspirant, and I don't think we've got enough Proliferate to go that route yet. So it's either Dune Mover / Titanic Growth, stick in the green route we're going. Could take a Blazing Crescendo as a fine red combat trick to go with the Chimney Rabbles. I think I do like the Blazing Crescendo better than the Titanic Growth, just because there's a lot of times where you just really need that card draw in this format. But the other option is just take a Dune Mover that's going to make whatever deck we play. That's tough. I think I will go ahead and take the Dune Mover. We do have a double green card already. If we end up getting any other hard-to-cast cards, it'll be nice just to have a copy of that in the deck. Smooth out our draws a little bit. Well, Volshock Splitter is nice, but we already do have 2 Chimney Rabbles in that slot that we're going to want to be casting on curve and in the 4 slot, so I think I'll just grab a Hunter's Maze here. Oops. Wow, and another Chimney Rabble? Yeah, that's pretty nice. And that's all our 4 slots we need. Okay, we'll just take the Sky Warden here, and we're just going to be red-green good stuff. It looks like. We probably won't play a Canopy. Alright, so for pack number 2, we do not have an exciting rare still, unfortunately. Monument's another one of those that's really clunky and limited. We do have a very nice combat trick, though, in Tyvar's Stand, which we will definitely go ahead and snag up here. We don't have any equipments yet, but you could always splash a Jorkadine. Pretty nice little Equipments Matters card. But I think at this point we're pretty committed, and we do have the Oil Gorger Troll that's going to want to have oil counters, so I think we'll just pick up a solid 2-drop for our deck here. We already have a Dune Mover. I might play 1 copy of Thrill, but it's not super exciting. Nahiri Sacrificed is not great. Ooh, that said, these... Oh man, this pack is loaded for us. Rebel Salvo, great removal in red. Hexgold Slash, same thing. And then there's another Vorak, which we would totally love to play. But I think I'm going to take the Rebel Salvo here first. Even though Hexgold Slash is the more efficient spell, the Salvo can hit more things, take out some of those annoying Mondraks or whatever they're called. The Mondrak is just the white one, but whatever those Phyrexian dudes are that can get indestructible. And Hexgold Slash, while nice, is more likely that we'll get a copy of it later on here. Speaking of, now we have another crazy good pack for us. We got both Volt Charge and Hexgold Slash. These are like the 2 top common red spells. I think the correct choice is probably Hexgold Slash. As much as I like the Volt Charge and the fact that we could proliferate some counters in this deck and go face with it, but would love to get a copy of both, but we'll take the cheaper one first here. Well, man, this is tough. So we've got Mere Convert, which is just a solid 2-drop that can help us ramp into our stuff, make sure we hit the right colors at the right time. There's Furnace Strider, which is a great top end in these decks. Hasty Body. I mean, I would even consider another Predation Steward, not more than some of these other cards, but still a fine 2-drop in this deck. But we're going to have to go with Volt Charge, like I was just saying in the last pack. It's just behind Hexgold Slash in how good it is here, and that'll give us 3 solid removal spells, which is pretty nice, as well as a Tybar stand. Okay, now we can either take a Mirror Convert or a Furnace Strider. So far we have 3 2-drops, so we do need to make sure we pick up some more, but we've seen 2 of these already, and I definitely do want to make sure I have at least 1 Furnace Strider in this deck. I would miss that more than the 2-drop. Nothing really for us here. I guess we'll take a Cackler in case we get there on the oil synergies. Now, I think we'll just take another 2-drop. The one that comes with oil. Nothing for us here, so we'll just rare draft. I will take another Dune Mover. That's another filler 2-drop we could play. I guess Stalker, same kind of thing. Same with the long legs here. Ooh, another Predation Steward. Alright. Pack number 3. Conduit of Worlds. Awesome card, just not for limited, unfortunately. But thankfully there are still some other options for us here. There's a Canker Bloom, which is just great. Super flexible. You can get rid of an artifact, enchantment, or proliferate. It's already an above curve stat line for the creature, being a 3/2 for 2. So probably going to be our pick here. Shrapnel Slinger's fine. It's nice to just have access to an artifact removal in a deck, but we already have that with Canker Bloom if we take that. Cultivator is a great 1-drop in a green deck. Basilisk is a fine filler 3-drop, but I think we're going to be fine on 3-drops. So we'll take the Canker Bloom. And now we should be pretty set on 2-drops, so we should be able to focus on our just improving the rest of our card quality from here on out. Which, starting off with, we'll take another Hexgold Slash here, just another piece of excellent removal. Ooh, that's a great pickup for us. We end up with the on-color rare uncommon for our archetype, so easy pick there. I would love an Ichor Play Golem in this deck. That would be a nice little synergy piece as well, but Ravager is exactly what we want. Okay, this is an interesting pick. We have another Canker Bloom, which is excellent, as we went over before, but it might be worth it to take an Axiom Engraver here since we don't have one. It's really good at making sure you don't flood out of games. But I think Canker Bloom is just that much more, it's that much stronger that we may as well pick it up here. Ooh, and a Lattice Blade Mantis. That's a great 4-drop, one of the best for us here. We do have 3 Chimney Rabble, but it'd be nice to have one Mantis in the deck as well. And now we either take the 1-drop creature or the Gleeful Demolition. That's tough. Because we did end up with 2 Canker Blooms, I'm going to go ahead and take the Cultivator. Otherwise, I would probably take the Demolition here. Okay. We either take Free From Flesh as a solid combat trick in our deck. We just don't have any of the creatures that really synergize super well with it, like the little 1-mana trampling goblin that gets bigger whenever you put oil counters on it. So I think I'd rather have a Cultivator, honestly. Just let us block early against the might tokens and stuff. Take another Troll. Alright, we'll take another Cultivator. Dune Mover. Alright, looks like that's going to round out the deck. We'll go ahead and snag these last few and see how it ended up shaping up here. Didn't get any crazy bombs or rares or anything, but I think we've got some power in here. Let's go ahead and cut all of the cards that we know are not making the deck. Alright, so those are the only... Oop, we aren't going to play all of these either. Those are pretty much the guaranteed cuts, so we need to make 4 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we don't need this many 2-drops, that's for sure. We can definitely cut 1 Cultivator. We don't need that many 1-drops either. Oops, we definitely want Tyvar Stand, but it's going to... Come on. Okay, it doesn't want us to be able to drag cards at the moment, so we will just leave them where they are. No way we're cutting the Hex Gold Slashes. I do think we want 2 cultivators, though. So, do we cut a Steward or the Dune Mover? I think we cut the Dune Mover. Because we have 2 Oil Gorger Trolls, we are really going to want the Stewards to be present on the board, so we'll have 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we'll have 7 creatures with oil. Maybe we do actually want to bring in another cultivator and drop like... oh, the Mantis wasn't in the deck either. So no, we do need to cut a cultivator and still 1 more even. Maybe we cut the Skywarden? Because we're heavier on the green anyways. We'll have 2 Trolls, a Furnace Strider, and a Ravager at the top end, with 3 Chimney Rebels and a Mantis that are all pretty tough as well. The Reach is really why I'm hesitant to cut it, though, just because our deck is definitely going to be susceptible to flyers. We all have the 2/, you know, our removal can take care of the flyers, but if not, we might have a pretty tricky time. Could also cut the Restoration here. It does seem a little slow, and I don't think, like, sure we have oil counters to proliferate, but they're not, like, critical. Like, what is really adding an extra oil counter onto a Predation Steward doing for you, you know? So I think we'll cut that one. Let's see how the mana looks. Yep, looks like the right split to me. Awesome. Definitely have most of the key pieces to this kind of deck. Just missing out on some of the splashier, bomby kind of stuff, but we'll see how this ends up running for us. I'll see y'all in the first match. Welcome to game number 1. We are on the play with a little bit of a sketchy hand with only the 2 lands, but because we do have 2 cultivators, I am going to go ahead and keep it. They will kind of serve as ramp for us while we're struggling there. I guess we'll go ahead and play out another one. Just put an oil counter on this one. Alright, opponent has a Dune Mover here. Alright, so this puts us at 4 mana potentially. Go ahead and get the one that has the oil counter out so we can cast the Ravager next turn. I think we may as well cast the Cinderbloom. Yeah. And then we'll put the oil counter onto this one instead. Although actually, I might have messed up there, since taking the oil counter off to do the untapping is going to reduce or increase the cost of this guy. That's okay. Well, we'll offer this trade up and see if they... okay, that works for me. Sure, it'll put us a little behind on our getting to our 5 drops here, but I think I'm fine with that trade. Yeah, we'll get this guy out. Put an oil counter here. If I swing with both, they'll trade with Cankerbloom. I think that's fine. Still a 2-drop for a 2-drop. Or they choose not to. They must really want to get us corrupted in their Bant deck. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to block. Alright, and another Stalker from the opponent. Our Ravager going to be excellent when we play it here now. And the opponent's just going to scoop it up right there. Yeah, taking out two of their, higher powered critters was going to be rough. But nice strong start for our oil deck here. I'll see y'all in the next round. We are here in game number 2. We are on the draw this time with definitely a slower hand. Well, I mean, I guess not slower so much as we're going to just peter out after playing some 2-drops. I think I'm going to keep it, but that might be a mistake here. We don't have a lot of ways to filter through our deck. Yeah, we'll see. See if I end up regretting the 4-land keep. We will see what color the opponent starts on with their Terramorphic here. Alright, green as well. Chimney Rabble, a nice draw there. Oh, excellent. So at least we are drawing into some more action, which is nice. Go ahead and get the Cankerbloom out first here. Alright, they're not proliferating on anything, so that seems pretty nice. Don't get the full value out of the Augury there. Green, blue, red. Interesting. I wonder what they might be splashing 3 colors for. Some removal, maybe. Ooh, that's another good draw from us. And we can still hold up our slash. Alright, opponent has double blue. Not sure if that really means that that's their primary color, but we'll see. So far they've played a bunch of red stuff, so... I think I'm just going to jam this Chimney Rebel on in. Still have a decent suite of removal from our side. They're the ones that have been spending all theirs. And next turn we can drop both of these if we don't need to remove something. Man, opponent just has all the removal here. It's alright. Just make him keep using it. And we'll get a Steward down too. Alright, opponent, you've removed everything so far. Can you continue removing our stuff? Nope, but they've got a Sprinter. Seems like a fine little target for our slash here. Alright. That works too. Are they going to swing with it, though? That's the question. Thankfully, they cannot cast their slash currently. They will be able to next turn, so no reason not to block this guy. We will tap for red, and we will exile this guy. Well, so they're going to slash our 1/1, I'm guessing. And we'll just have to play the slow game here in the top deck war with them. Ah, they're just going to let the thing exile. That works too. Alright, that was an excellent top deck for us, though. Now we've got a nice evasive 5/5 on the board. And we'll see if they have even more removal. All right, Migloz is extremely good for the opponent. Thankfully, we saved our Rebel Salvo. Yeah, they cannot. They can't give it indestructible or anything. So. All right, we'll go ahead and swing with our Skywarden here first. All right, we'll go ahead and tap this guy, get rid of some more removal from their graveyard. Get a Vorak here. Draw a card. Yeah, so this can turn into a 8/8. So 5 and 3 should be able to double block, or should be able to kill it off. We'll see if they actually attack with it, though. Or they're just gonna scoop it up. That works too. Sweet. See y'all in round 3. Welcome to game number 3. We are on the draw here with a pretty nice little starting hand. If we can hit a 2-drop, that would be excellent. But at least we'll have an early blocker that can help ramp us in towards some of our stuff. And there's the 2-drop we were hoping for. All right, opponent starts off with an Engraver. It's fine. Go ahead and put our counter on the Cultivator before I forget. And as long as we don't lose our Cultivator, we'll have a nice little little field here. I think I am on playing the Rabble here. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I put a counter on it. That was wrong. Oh well. Go ahead and blow up their thing. Not quite what I had intended to do there. Need to make sure I read the put an oil counter versus remove an oil counter a little closer. Alright, so if we do this, and then remove an oil counter, we can do this now. Gain some life, draw a card. Alright, so next turn we potentially have access to 4, 5, 6 mana. No, 7. I can't tell if this one has a counter on it. Yeah, they both do. Another Ichorplate Golem. Nice. Opponent with a... seems like a pretty synergistic deck as well. Of course, now we can draw another card, gain another life. I think we're going to swing with our Troll first and see if they double block. Oh, I guess there's no need for them to. They're just going to go that route. All right, now we'll remove some counters. Get our Scrap Gorger out there too. They're going to go ahead and filter through their deck here. Engraver definitely good for that, although if they're going to want to keep it pumped up from the Golem, they're not going to be able to do it another time until they proliferate. Okay, that won't proliferate. Okay, this is interesting now. So we have a lot of options here. I think the first thing we do is go to combat. We're going to swing with both our trolls and see how they respond. Okay. Go ahead and fire this off here. Kill their golem, which will shrink the engraver. And we'll get a mantis down. Wow. And for the third game in a row, the opponent's going to scoop it up pretty early here. I'll see y'all in round 4. Welcome back to game number 4. We are on the play here. We kind of started a little late because I forgot to hit the record button, but we've got a decent little starting hand here. Cankerbloom into Vorak into Rabble. I think we'll go ahead and attack here like this, see if they want to trade. They do not, that's fine. Just keep getting lands out of our deck. I'm fine trading that off. See if they want to trade their Centurion or if our Cankerbloom just gets to keep on going. And now we'll use the Rabble as a blocker. If they want to remove their counter to get some damage through, that's fine too. In that case, we will have an extra attacker next turn instead. Well, so far this game's looking like Cankerbloom MVP. Opponent with a Cankerbloom of their own. Yeah, I guess we'll do it. This only needs to be a 1. And we'll do this. Not in a great spot now, but I mean, at least we can still remove if something big if they play something big. It's instant speed, so no need to fire it off yet. We want to stay uncorrupted if at all possible, but we could take a hit here, that's fine. And we'll see what else they play. Ah, Basilisk. I think I am going to go ahead and fire off on that. If we do draw something big, I don't want to have to try and salvo it and play the big thing at the same time. Oh, I should have put a counter on the Cultivator. But I think we'll give them one more attack with their Toxic Dude here before we start trying to double block. Sword of Forge and Frontier. That is a busted Magic card that is probably going to win them the game here now. Because it has protection from every card in our deck. Yep. Well, the equipped creature does now. We do have some Canker Blooms to kill the sword, but that is super unfortunate for us. We are going to have to try and race our opponent here. We are definitely going to be corrupted. They'll be able to play a 3/3 again from their graveyard now. Ugh, and they drew into a Rebel Salvo. Yeah, we're just dead. I guess, well, no, we already used our Tyvar stand. I was going to say maybe we could surprise them with a combat trick for some extra damage, but yeah. Don't think we're going to get to 4 extra damage. Plus, they're going to have another 3/3 blocker here. Or a Death Touching blocker, that'll do too. Alright, they're just trying to draw some more cards. That's not going to do it for us, though. Yep. Unfortunate, but sort of Red Fortune Frontier against a red-green deck. Just super, super, super good. Who would have guessed? I'll see y'all in the next round. Welcome back for game number 5. We are on the draw this time with probably an unkeepable starting hand. A single green turns the deck on pretty well, but don't think we can keep it as it is. Yep. Opponent thinking for a long time here too. Seems like they may have to be mauling as well. This is still not great, but it's better. At least the Vorak can draw us to potentially hit the salvo, but we're doing nothing until then. I think it's still fine. Probably get rid of the salvo. Just drop a tap land turn 1. Thankfully, no aggressive 1-drop from the opponent, so that's something at least. Alright, and they're going to play Dune Mover on turn 2. I would love to top deck a 2-drop here. Or even one of our 1-drop would be nice. Unfortunately, we do not. So we have to really bank on hitting a red source with our Vorak now. Gonna be taking the corruption. That works too. Still go ahead and play the Vorak. Wouldn't mind getting another red source so we can double spell red cards. Ooh. Oh, okay, good. Thought they were trying to counterspell. Mites are okay though. They are going hard on the corruption here, so I'm expecting an attack all. Yikes, that is rough. Thankfully, we will be able to make 2 bodies next turn, but we are officially corrupted now. Come on. Yep. Rabble is pretty good way for us to get our board stabilized here, especially with 2 copies. Unfortunate no oil synergies for the troll to draw us a card and gain us some life, but we are going to be hurting here. Up to 7. And one more time, we will play another Chimney Rabble. This time we can give it indestructible if they try to kill it, assuming it's not another minus spell like that. What are they gonna play? Another Dune Mover, huh? Okay. And they do put a land on top. Interesting. That makes me think this is an Eternal Wanderer. Or a White Sun's Zenith. Neither of which are good for us. But we will go ahead and swing with our 4/5 here. Hold the Chimney Rebel up as the blocker. We can't take much more corruption or poison. And if they really do have one of those powerful rares or mythics, we are probably going to lose our stuff anyway, so may as well get some attacks in. Alright, so probably not the Wanderer at least, but it does make me curious what it could be. This is pretty nice here, though. We can go ahead and jam in a Hasty Troll because of the Strider. Alright, the opponent does appear like they're going to block. We'll go ahead and get a Steward out as well. Just in case we draw another Troll, I'd like to have a creature with oil counters on the board. Alright, Hexgold Hoverwings. Nice card, but probably a little bit too little too late. Alright, that'll do it for this round. I think that makes us, what, 4-1? Pretty good start. See y'all in the next one. Welcome to game number 6. We are on the play this time with a really slow hand, but a really powerful one if we can outlast. I'm going to keep it and just hope we can top deck into some early plays, because, I mean, if we can get to turn, 3 here, we're just got some fire going after that. And Chimney Rabble is a good way to stabilize, get a couple of bodies on the board. Alright, opponent did have to mull one, so slight advantage to us there. We do end up drawing a 2-drop. Awesome. See what the opponent ends up doing. They are on black-white here. Likely to be a very toxic heavy deck. We'll see if they want to trade. And I doubt we're going to shoot the thing here. At least not yet. Unless they do something. No. And now we'll see what they play here. Well, a bit unfortunate. The Duelist is the better target, but I'm going to go ahead and pop the Dune Mover. They're both, more or less the same, and we're probably going to be racing here anyways, so I'd rather have my field clear for the Rabble to get a swing in next turn. Alright, no lands is unfortunate for us. That is pretty bad. We'll give them one more swing with the Duelist here before we get Corruption going. Yikes. Alright, well, we just really need to hit our land here. Yay, that's bad. Yep. Not drawing our lands this game, or, our 3 mana dork, no, 4 mana dorks, or our Vorak, or, yeah, we have a lot of ways to get some extra lands, or draw into lands, but it's a rough start. See if we can't stem the bleeding a bit here. Alright, they're going to go ahead and disrupt our rebel. And Whisper the Drossar dude. Okay, so we'll be at 8 poison here. Not a spot you want to be. Go ahead and drop another rebel, though. Super helpful, just, stabilizing our board against their threats. If they have another piece of removal here, though, we're pretty toast. Which it looks like they do. Yep. Yeah, just being behind on the lands did us in. And I don't think we have any way to deal with this, so that'll be it for this round. Just got a little screwed on the draws, but sometimes that's what happens. I'll see y'all in the next round. We are here in game number 7. Not a great starting hand here, especially on the play. I'm still gonna keep it and hope we draw into some early plays. Rabble's a good way to stabilize. If we don't, though, and we already for sure have the mana to cast it, so that's something at least. Alright, our opponent's going to play a Hexgold Halberd. That is definitely worthy of a Swift Slash. Yep, slow start for us, but once we start getting creatures on the board, should be able to stabilize pretty well. Opponent also on the red-green train here, that's pretty nice. Well, since they didn't play a creature, I'm going to go ahead and play the Rabble, since it'll let us get a swing in here potentially, unless they have some sort of interaction. Either way, I'd rather they use the interaction on the 3/3 and then still have a 1/1 instead of the Mantis get blown up. But maybe they just don't have anything. Barbed Batterfist. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and swing both. We'll go ahead and for x equals 0, just give our dude indestructible. If they have a pump spell, this is going to be unfortunate. Although not the worst. Oh, that's fine. A Tyvar stand for a Tyvar stand. Fair enough. Get our Mantis down so that way our Troll will heal us and draw us a card next turn. And they can get an attack in for 3 if they want to swing it now. Hopefully they don't remove our Mantis right now. Opponent could equip. Be awesome if they play another 1 toughness creature and we draw into our Ravager. Just plink them all for 1. Oh, Volshock Splitter's another good one. It's going to block our Mantis really well. Alright, we'll go ahead and drop our Troll first while we still have a Mantis in play. We will swing these 2. All right. Opponent keeping their splitter token around. They're up to 5 mana now, so there's a lot of good stuff they could have access to. If the game goes too long, they are going to have a lot of value from all these equipments laying around. Thankfully, most of these equipment critters are slashable. But we'll go ahead and do this before we attack with the Mantis. That way we make sure we can get the draw and the life gain again. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and attack all here and just see how they... what they choose to do. Pretty happy now that they used their Type R stand to save that Batter Fist earlier. Alright, they're going to just trade into the Troll. I'm pretty okay with that. Hopefully they use a spell here, and then we can blow it out. Excellent. That's just what I was hoping for. If they want to use another one to save it even more, at least we're still getting a 2-for-1. Alright. That'll work. This is a little bit scary now, not gonna lie. This has vigilance now? No, I guess not. Not as scary since we have so much life. But they can start stacking up equipments onto it. Alright, that gives first strike and trample. Only on their turn, though. Excellent. Go ahead and pop our Hunter's Maze here first, just to see. If we draw some removal, then it's excellent. Oh, yeah. Make them have it here. Okay. That does save them one more turn. And that'll do it. We end up getting there in the end. Good game number 7, and I'll see y'all in round 8. Welcome back for game number 8. We are 5-2 with a pretty decent starting hand here. Would be nice to hit a 2-drop, but Cultivator can at least help us ramp into Rabble and stuff a little early. We have a piece of removal. Can't be too complaining about this. Alright, Thrumming Bird might be a potential target for our... Oops, let's not do that. For our Hex Gold Slash here, but we will wait to see what they play. They can do 1 damage to us this turn. I just would rather get more information before using it. Well, since it won't kill the Engraver, I'm fine to use it on the Thrumming Bird now. We want to remove an oil counter. Now we can jam on in with our 3/3. Okay, a Skull Bomb from the opponent could bounce our token. The opponent is looking to block this time. If they're going to play a... yep, we'll go ahead and blow that out. Actually works out really well, too, because we get the second counter onto our cultivator from the proliferate here. And that means we can play the Oil Gorger Troll if we don't draw a green source next turn. Well, and still get the value out of it, I mean. Could play it either way. Oh my, they're letting us recast a Chimney Rebel. That seems interesting. Aw, okay. Well, still alright. Just replay another Chimney Rebel and get another token. And we did draw the Steward to get another oil body for our troll at least. Oh, excellent. We will swing with everybody first. Hope that they don't block with their Skitterfang because they're afraid for combat trick. And now we can blow up either their Skitterfang or their Skull Bomb with our Cankerbloom. Yep, and they're going to go ahead and scoop it on up. And I'll see y'all in round number 9. Welcome to round 9. This is the one for all the marbles, one way or another here. Let's see, we have a pretty decent starting hand on the draw. We've got a 2-drop, some removal, 4-drop, 5-drops, I mean, both colors. Not one we can throw back here. Would have loved to see our 1-drop first, but that's okay. I am going to play the Cankerbloom out now, since we don't have really a turn 3 play anyways. I'll just drop the Gorger on turn 3. Then we can ramp into the Troll on 4. I will offer this trade, see if they want to spend a trick. Not a problem. Ooh, Scamp's a good card. But so is Hexgold Slash. Alright, we'll go ahead and just shoot this off first. They can do their damage to us. Probably not going to have a ton of poison options to shoot that out in their deck here. And we'll just drop a troll here. Let's get that Scamp out of the graveyard, just in case. Ooh, and we drew into another Slash. That's pretty nice. Troll blocks the Rabble really well. Now if they want to use their trick, that's still fine. Yep, no worries. Ooh, that's a spicy card though. They can only do this at sorcery speed, I believe, though. Yeah, but now they can make a 3/3 every turn for a few turns. Ooh, and a hasty dude as well. Alright, well, I'm okay with the trade here. Alright, so we can slash and charge their Strider. I think first we'll just get our Chimney Rebel going in. Actually, I think I might try to do a cheeky Scrap Gorger slash Strider block here. Or slash Hexgold slash block. We'll see. Opponent does have the troll of their own, though. Okay, this is bad for us. Okay, so we're going to block the Strider. Tap this guy for a red. Exile the Chimney Rabble. He'll turn into a 3/3. Shoot this one. And at least we take it out now. Yep, their incubation sac is probably going to win them the game just with all the value it's going to accrue here. Ooh, that's a good draw right there, though. Being able to blow it up is going to potentially keep us in this one. We'll have to trade our Rabble off for their token here, but yikes, or not. Now they're just going to get 3 damage in the air each turn. Or lifelink. Probably just send it in the air, yeah. Well, it's going to take some really crazy draws on our side here. Our Furnace Strider would be pretty nice. Another removal spell, obviously, for the Skitterfang. I guess like a Cankerbloom for that too would work. We got a lot of good draws in the deck. Just need to make sure we hit one and not a land. Opponent thinking very hard about something, but we hit the land. We've got one more turn. Yowza. Well, don't think we have anything that can save us now. Oh yeah, especially not with a Scamp. Unfortunate, but sometimes the opponent just draws better than you. The incubation sac definitely a good value play from them as well. Oh, I forgot to change our deck art here. Oh well. Was our first pick, even if we didn't end up playing black. But still, 6-3, pretty good return to Phyrexia here. So not too disappointed with that. I thank you all for joining me on this draft here, though, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.